Hello Man United fans. Welcome to Manchester United news. Manchester United are discussing shock potential loan swap deal with Bayern Munich, which could see Scott McTominay trade places with Liverpool target Ryan Gravenberch. Manchester United are reportedly discussing a potential swap loan deal for Bayern Munich midfielder Ryan Gravenberch. That arrangement could see Red Devils Academy graduate Scott McTominay move in the opposite direction. The 26-year-old has struggled to break into Erik Ten Hag's starting lineup recently, being named in his first 11 10 times in 24 Premier League appearances for the club during the 2022-23 campaign. Gravenberch has also struggled to assert himself as a regular face in Thomas Tuchel's starting team. In 24 appearances last season, he started just 3 times for Bayern and came on from the bench in the other 21 matches. But the pair could be set for pastures new, with Christian Falk writing on Twitter, Bayern is interested in Scott McTominay. Also a swap loan deal with Ryan Gravenberch is discussed. The Scotland international, whose contract at United runs out in 2025, has been named in the squad for all 3 of United's opening Premier League games this season but has played just 7 minutes. He has been heavily linked with a move away from the club this summer, with West Ham showing some interest in the midfielder as a potential replacement for Declan Rice, who moved to Arsenal at the start of the window. A move away from Old Trafford this summer would see McTominay end a 10-year spell with the club, having joined their youth ranks in July 2013. McTominay featured in a behind-closed-doors game against Burnley where the Red Devils were beaten 3-0. Gravenberch, meanwhile, did not feature in Bayern's first Bundesliga game of the new season, but did come off the bench to play 9 minutes of Sunday's 3-1 win versus Augsburg. In another development, it is being reported by various news outlets that West Ham's transfer move for Harry Maguire is back on as club reopened talks with Man United outcast. West Ham have reopened talks with Manchester United again for Harry Maguire, but they are well short of doing the deal. The Hammers are trying to find a way to pay a little more to help United to pay off the England centre-back. They had agreed a £30 million transfer fee, but Maguire has 2 years left on his Old Trafford deal and is demanding a hefty United payoff. West Ham agreed a 4-year deal on £120,000 a week, a £70,000 weekly cut from his United wage. So United offered him a £6 million bonus, but Maguire wants more than that, as, if he stayed and saw out his contract, he could command higher wages as a free transfer. United want a sale to finance other signings, and West Ham hope the moneymen can come to an arrangement before the window closes on Friday. Maguire, 30, started just 8 Premier League games last season. Man United boss Erik Ten Hag has established a regular partnership between Rafael Varane and Lisandro Martinez. And Maguire has not featured in any of their opening 3 games of the 2023-24 campaign. He was also relieved of the captaincy in the summer as Bruno Fernandes took the armband. In other news, Christian Eriksen has revealed Erik Ten Hag stressed the importance of staying the match at halftime during their 3-2 comeback win. Manchester United beat Nottingham Forest at Old Trafford, coming from 2-0 down to win. Casemiro and Bruno Fernandes scored in the second half to turn a deficit into 3 points. Eriksen had halved the arrears with a neat near-post finish to make it 2-1 heading into halftime. He revealed Ten Hag told his team to ensure they didn't give another soft goal away, and the momentum of the Old Trafford crowd would kick in as the game progressed. It was the same. Stay in the game, he told the club website. We felt like after the goal, we felt a bit of momentum coming into the second half and had the belief, and we went for it. I mean, we had nothing to lose after 2-0 down. There was only going forward and try to create some chances and win the game. When you are 2-0 down at that time, and at halftime, it is really a fight to come back, and definitely the goal make a big difference. I think for our belief at halftime to be able to know it's just a 1-goal difference to be square again, and, yeah, it gave us belief and hopefully gave them a bit more disbelief, because also I think, for moments of the first half, we were in good control. I was expecting Marcus to go around his man, which often happens, and then really just try to be in the area where the ball might end up in. Luckily, I had a striker's nose it to be at the right place. He added, they're going to go for everything they can, long balls, bring some big, tall players up front and do all the throw-ins as a set piece and try to create momentum from there, and, luckily, we survived. We knew it was going to be a tough battle. It's not our strong side to do that, but we can do it, and then we showed that today. In another transfer news, Manchester United manager Erik Ten Hag drops transfer hint ahead of deadline day. Erik ten Hag has indicated Manchester United will make at least one signing before the transfer window closes on Friday. United are expected to bring in Fenerbahce goalkeeper Altay Bayındır as Dean Henderson is expected to join Crystal Palace, while ten Hag is keen on a left-back as Luke Shaw is expected to be sidelined for around 2 months with a muscular injury. Crystal Palace sporting director Dougie Freedman was in the director's box at Old Trafford for United's 3-2 comeback win over Nottingham Forest, and Henderson's 12-year association with United has effectively ended. Henderson was mingling with former Forest teammates in the Old Trafford tunnel after full-time. Donny van de Beek and Hannibal Mejbri were both omitted from the matchday squad again amidst the possibility they could leave. United expect Harry Maguire to stay after a £30 million move to West Ham collapsed, while they have not received a new bid for Scott McTominay, who had generated interest from the Hammers. Ten Hag is adamant that United must have 2 players per position, and Turkey international Bayındır would provide backup to Andre Onana. If there are transfers, we need to keep the squad competitive. A tough season with many games to cover. We need double, and in the goalkeeping position we need 3 at Premier League standard, so we look after that. Ten Hag said. Furthermore, on transfer news, it has been reported that Manchester United are reportedly plotting a swoop for Barcelona left-back Marcos Alonso before transfer deadline. The Red Devils are scouring the market for cover after Luke Shaw was ruled out for several months with a muscle injury. Backup Tyrell Malacia is also a long-term casualty after failing to recover from a setback picked up last season. And United are believed to have 3 left-backs on their shortlist. The first is Chelsea's Marc Cucurella, who is not in Mauricio Pochettino's plans just 1 year after a £65 million switch from Brighton. Second on United's list is Tottenham's Sergio Reguilon, another who will struggle for minutes at his current club this term. But the Telegraph claims the third man being eyed by Erik ten Hag is Alonso. The Spaniard has spent the past year at Barcelona following 6 seasons at Chelsea, helping them regain the La Liga title. And although he remains contracted to the Catalans, he has not been registered for the new season due to financial fair play restrictions. Barcelona are happy to let Alonso go as they continue to battle against economic factors. And it's reckoned United have already spoken to the Players Club as they line up a potential move. Alonso would certainly bring a winner's mentality to Old Trafford. He won the Premier League title in his first season at Chelsea. And that was followed up by victory in the FA Cup a year later. The 2018-19 season then saw Alonso help Chelsea land a second Europa League title. But the best was yet to come, with the Blues winning another Champions League in 2021 before ending the year as Club World Cup victors. In non-transfer related news, the papers are reporting that Manchester United are set to give Erik ten Hag a new deal before the end of the year, even if the club has not been sold by then. United's owners, the Glazers, have sanctioned the start of negotiations on a 2-year extension to the manager's current contract, which runs until June 2025. Despite the fact the unpopular Americans are expected to have left the club well before that date, they believe sorting ten Hag's long-term future makes good sense, on and off the pitch. While their proposed £5 billion plus sale of the club has been shrouded in confusion, as they stall over the actual price and exactly when they want to cash in, contract talks with ten Hag were also put on hold. But the Dutchman's situation, at least, looks likely to be resolved in the next few months, with the United hierarchy keen to restore some stability around the club. The show of faith is certainly a timely boost for the former Ajax coach. Ten Hag, 51, enjoyed a relatively successful first season at Old Trafford, guiding the team back into the Champions League with a 4th-place Premier League finish. But a perceived mediocre summer in the transfer market has been followed by a poor opening fortnight to the new campaign. Ahead of Saturday's home clash with Everton, ten Hag slammed his players' performance last weekend, when they crashed at Tottenham, as unacceptable. Ten Hag, who at present pockets £9 million annually, could see that increase to around £14 million in a new deal, pushing him closer to United's highest earners. Fans, do you think ten Hag should be given a new contract? Leave your comments below in the comments section. Till next time, thank you for watching.